Hello and welcome to my F1 24 driver career mode here today for part 52 for the Australian Grand Prix for round 2 of the 2027 Formula 1 season. We come into qualify now where we're all over the road through the final couple of corners, and as we go towards the line we cross it, and that's where we put P6. So we've had a couple of hundred so far on this lap, and Max has done an absolutely incredible job there of getting in the way, but we've still found some time. We've found 2 tenths. There's going to be some time in the final 2 corners if we can nail it here. It's up now to 2 tenths around the final corner, 4.5. We're getting closer and closer to the line. We're going to cross it. It's going to put us P5, but we're going to drop to P9. So this is the grid then ahead of the Australian Grand Prix. Sainz is on pole alongside Lando Norris, the same front row as last time out in Bahrain. Then it's Alonso and Piastri at his home Grand Prix, Albon and Charles Leclerc, Perez and George Russell. We are P9 alongside Daniel Ricciardo. Then it's Max and Lewis, Gasly and Yuki Tsunoda, Ocon and Lance Stroll, Hulkenberg and Joe, and on the final row of the grid are the 2 rookies of Frederick Vesti and Oliver Behrman. So as the cars round the final corner then to take their grid spots, it's going to be a one-stopper, say Pirelli, starting on the mediums, going to the hard tyres later on to get everyone to the end of the race. As everyone finds the grid spots, we'll be ready for round 2 here in Australia. So here we go then, the 5 red lights come on ahead of the Australian Grand Prix, and we're racing down under as we get a fairly decent start. Quite a bit of wheel spin. We've been beaten by Daniel Ricciardo. We're now going to try to go to the inside at turn 1, but we've been pinched. We've had to go over the curb there at turn 1. Now we're struggling for traction. We're just staying in front of the Red Bull as we head down towards turn 3. Can we have a look at getting Ricciardo back? We're too far back here. We're looking to try and get the exit here. Round turn 4, we've got a great bit of exit there. Great exit. We've done Ricciardo right round the outside there. It's a great move on the Australian at his home Grand Prix. As well, next up the road is our teammate. We've got that position back that was lost. Now we're in the tyre tracks of George Russell. We're all over the road trying to find a way through as he goes for a move on Perez. Are we going to make it 3 wide? Yes, we are, to the inside. We've had to lift, but now we've kept our foot back in. Perez has got George. George has got Perez there, and we've done a great double move to get past our teammate and Sergio Perez there. As now we come towards the end of lap 1. This is just in front of us. Oscar Piastri at his home Grand Prix. He's done for the day. He's out of his home Grand Prix as that Mercedes engine in the back of that McLaren has let go, and his Australian Grand Prix lasts just 3 laps, so further around the lap. This is Ollie Behrman in his second race, slowing down. It's going to be 2 DNFs on the same lap here in Australia. He's off and out of the Grand Prix. Behrman's out, Piastri's out on the same lap, and that's brought out the red flag. The red flag, the race has stopped. There must be some oil or something on the track. The 2 cars that are safely parked at the side of the track, very interesting there. But now the strategy is to go into the hard, try and get them to the end of this Grand Prix. Now though, we're ready to go racing again. The 5 red lights are out, and we're racing once more in Australia. Can we get a better start than we did last time? We're looking to go to the inside. We've maybe got the Aston Martin there. We've stayed ahead. We're all over the road trying to find the exit. We tried to get Fernando Alonso there. We've not gained anything. We've managed to keep up George and Perez behind. And now we've caught the back of Charles Leclerc. We're side by side with the Ferrari. Can we get the job done to the outside? He's covered us off for now though. We have to back out as we go through the quick chicane. But we might be able to have a go at this DRS zone. It won't be DRS just yet, so it's going to have to be a lunge on the brakes, and we're too far back to do that. But now, heading down towards turn 3, we're a lot closer to Leclerc now than we were the first time round. This time though, to the inside, we're past the Ferrari. It's job done. Next at the road is our former teammate Fernando Alonso, who we're going to get into the penultimate corner, to the inside of Alonso, round the outside of Alonso at the final corner. Can we get the traction? Yes we can. We're ahead of the Aston Martin. Now we're on the back of the Williams of Alex Albon. We're going to deny him the podium here. Albon's trying to keep it round the outside. Can we get the job done? Yes we can. We're flying in the opening couple of stages on this hard tyre. We're up into the podium places, and now this is the battle for the lead between Carlos Sainz and Lando Norris. Lando getting closer and closer to the back of that Aston Martin. He's going to go to the inside. He's too far back, and this is very much turning into the top three from Bahrain last time out. It was us three battling for the win before our engine gave way. As now to the inside of Lando Norris. Can we get the job done? Yes we can. We're up into P2, and now we're hunting down the Aston Martin of Carlos Sainz to look for our first win for Mercedes, and Mercedes' first win since this race in 2024, our first race in Formula 1, all the way back in season 1. Round the quick chicane we tried to find a way through there, but now DRS Sainz is a sitting duck as we go to the outside. Is there going to be a way past there? Sainz has the inside line. He's taken a lot of curb, and we get the job done and into the lead of the Australian Grand Prix. Now though, Sainz is stuck with us, and he's looking to go to the outside. Can he get the job done on us? We're going to keep it pinned to the inside. We're going to give him the little elbow, and he has to back out there. We really put him on top of the curb, and the Aston has to back out of it. As this is further back, this is our teammate George. He's been running around on his own. He's slowing down. What's happened to George? Maybe he has a puncture or something. Look at the front right. It looks like he might have a front right puncture. Interesting that might be a bit of a worry for us. Just a couple of laps after the restart, very early on to have a puncture. Maybe he's clipped the wall or something. But it's going to be a tough day for George now as Sainz comes back at us and gets us just before the quick chicane. But now we're going to have the return of DRS unless Lando could get close enough, but he can't. We've stuck with Sainz now. This is lap 10. We're getting closer and closer to the back of the Aston. Lando's going to be eyeing up a potential double move here. We're too far back. We're going to swap in the dummy, go round the outside at turn 1, and it's job done now on Sainz. Can we pull away now as Lando re-overtakes the Aston Martin there and up into P2, and now Lando's coming for the lead once more on us, trying to go round the outside. We're going to try and keep it pinned to the inside. We're now going to have the outside line. We keep the McLaren behind. Now he might be under threat from the Aston Martin. He's going to go to the outside. Lando has it covered. It's a big train behind us. The DRS train is very much on here, but we're getting some great racing. We made a little mistake there coming out of the final corner, and it might cost us here because Lando's up the inside, but he's backed out of it. He's too far back to have a go, but now he's going to set us up for turn 3 as we go down the second DRS straight. He's too far back to have a go, but he's locked up. He's locked up and waved the Aston Martin through of Carlos Sainz, and now he's coming under threat from the Williams of Albon, and Albon can't get the job done on the McLaren. And that mistake has really allowed us to pull away as we overtake Sainz there. Sainz has got us back, but we've re-overtaken him. Job done on the Aston Martin, and we're really starting to pull away now. Maybe he had some damage, did Lando after that lock-up. Round the outside though, Sainz gets us back. We're looking for our first win for Mercedes, and Mercedes' first win since this very race back in 2024. They've been winless for so long. We're not giving up on this. This Aston Martin is very much a lot quicker than us, but we're not giving up on it as now Sainz gets us, but now we're going to try and get around the outside at the quick chicane. We get the job done. We retake the lead of the Grand Prix. Is Sainz going to have us back now? Lap 18, there's still 11 long laps to go. He's going to go to the outside of us. We're going to try and cover him off at the inside, give him a little elbow, force him wide. Sainz has to back out. We keep the lead of the Grand Prix. We're still pulling away from those behind us. We really squeeze the Aston up against the barrier there. Sainz is not giving up. We just can't break away. We can't break the DRS to get away from Sainz. The car just isn't quick enough in a straight line. But he gets us back there, just Carlos Sainz retakes the lead of the Grand Prix. He's looking for his first win for Aston Martin. He couldn't win in Mercedes colours, and now we're all over the back of him still. It's turning into a great little battle, this one. Lap 21, we've been battling for near enough the entire race. We're going for a late lunge. He cuts us off. We have to go over the curb to avoid contact, but Sainz keeps us behind for now. As we go. Now we're right on the back of him still. Lap 22. We're getting closer and closer to the back of the Aston Martin. We're going to swoop round the outside of him. Can we keep it pinned into the quick chicane? Yes, we can. We're back up into the lead of the Australian Grand Prix. But his Sainz going to have us back here. He's too far back by the looks of things to get the job done. But he's stuck with us. Lap 23. Here we go again. Sainz on the outside. This time he can't keep it pinned around the outside. Has to back out of it and live to fight another day. But now we're going to be a sitting duck as we go towards the next corner. Sainz on the outside. We're going to have to try and keep it pinned. Give him the elbow. Sainz backs out of it. We keep him behind. One lap later, lap 24. There's just 5 to go in this one. Sainz yet again on the outside. This time he's further alongside us, but once again we give him the elbow. We show him the door. He just can't get up the inside of us, but this time, as he got us, he has got us towards the quick chicane. But now can we get the exit to have him back here? No, we couldn't. We're going to have to wait for the next lap. Lap 27 of 29. We get him at the inside. Now lap 28, there's just 2 laps to go in this Grand Prix. Sainz are getting closer and closer to the outside of us. He can't get to the inside. We show him the door. He backs out of it. We still lead the Grand Prix. Now let's skip him around further around the lap. He's close to us again here. It's going to be very hard to keep him behind from here going into and towards the quick chicane down the new part of the track. But Aston Martin is getting closer and closer to us as we head towards the quick chicane. He's going to go to the outside. Is Sainz? Can we keep it pinned? Sainz is ahead. We're going to keep it pinned. We're going to give him a little elbow, and he's really had to anchor up there to avoid contact. We still left him quite a bit of room, but we finally broke away. We broke away from the DRS. Sainz is too far back on this final lap of the Australian Grand Prix. A thrilling Australian Grand Prix, a proper fight to the end for the win. But as we round the penultimate corner, come into the final corner and come up to the line, we get the exit. We're going to get our first win for Mercedes, a Mercedes first win since 2024.
We've witnessed some great battles on the streets of Melbourne today then, and they've taken a fantastic win. After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight amongst the Mercedes team, and they certainly deserve it.
Wow, what a race that is. We get our first win in Mercedes colours. We hold off Carlos Sainz. It's been a long time coming to get to Mercedes. Mercedes haven't won a Grand Prix in this career mode since our very first race of our Formula 1 career, and Lando Norris rounds out the podium places. George had a great comeback after that puncher to finish P11, only just missed out on points. And then down at the back, your two retirements, Oscar Piastri on home soil retiring, and Oliver Behrman in his second ever Grand Prix has retired as well. A double DNF for the day, bringing out that very questionable red flag. Not sure it's really necessary, that one. And then Lance Stroll was the final finisher of the day. In terms of the Drivers' Championship, after just 2 rounds, it's very, very spicy indeed. Carlos Sainz leads it by 3 points over Max Verstappen, not had the best of days after that win last time out in Bahrain. Alonso is P3. P4 is Lando Norris, and then with that win for us, we've jumped from stone dead last to P5. The top 5 in the championship covered by just 8 points after 2 rounds. And then down at the back, there's still a lot of drivers still yet to score. So in terms of the constructors then, Aston Martin continue to lead. They have a 28-point lead over us in P2, and we're just a single point in front of McLaren in P3. Red Bull P4, and then it's Williams rounding out the top 5. So that's been your Australian Grand Prix. Next time we go to Japan, the classic Suzuka circuit. Goodbye.